So this is what I am going to be using. I am going to be using this 12-ounce bag of lentils I got from the Dollar Tree. Here are some frozen carrots. These carrots are raw. They are not cooked. Basically, I got a big pack of carrots. They were starting to get a little bit bendy because I was eating through them. I peeled them, washed them, and cut them up and froze them with the intent to make a soup. I've got some roast drippings. These are from a roast that my mother-in-law made, and this was just kind of the gravy and stuff that was left over. I've got some turkey, which I also got from my mother-in-law. I just finely chopped it up and put it in the freezer. We've got some green onions, and I've got some minced garlic. I also have some beef broth, and I've got this Better Than Bouillon mushroom base. You use it just like bouillon cubes, but you measure it out. And I've had this in the fridge for quite a while, so I want to start using it. I keep forgetting that I have it. So essentially, guys, all you're going to do is you are going to put the lentils in a pot with eight cups of water, and you are going to put in your meat, vegetables, garlic, seasonings, what have you. You don't have to use this. I just think that it adds a little depth of flavor, and it's a really good way not to have this gravy go to waste, because a lot of people will be dumping this out, and this is so full of flavor. And I know it seems a little odd, like the turkey and beef combination, but I personally think that it turns out great. And if you don't want to mix and match, you don't have to, but I'm here to tell you it really doesn't matter. It tastes really good. So you're going to put all these things in a pot, and you're going to do the water to the, bouillon cubes, beef, chicken, vegetable, mushroom, whatever it is, and you are going to let it come to a boil, and then you are going to let it simmer for 40 minutes. And then you're going to let it cool down in the pot, and that'll make it cook the rest of the way. I might also put in some barley at the end. I like to do that at the end when the pot is not cooking anymore, but is still really hot. But we're going to go ahead and assemble this. So here is everything in my pot. As you can see, I did not defrost anything. I am feral like that, but you guys do whatever is going to work best for you. So I've got the lentils and the seasoning and the bouillon and the veggies, and of course feel free to use whatever veggies or meats or whatever it is that you've got on hand. And I am going to go ahead and add the water and put this on a boil, and as soon as it comes to a boil, I will put it to a simmer. Now it does say 30 to 40 minutes, but after that you want to check to see if the lentils are soft. And the cool thing about lentils is they don't really need to soak. You could soak them, but unlike dry beans that have to be soaked, because if you just, anyway, if you know dry beans, then you know it takes a really long time for a dry bean to become soft. Putting it it doesn't really turn out that great in my opinion. I wouldn't advise that. You really want to soak beans. Lentils, on the other hand, they will work like this and taste just fine and come out just fine. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add the water, let it come to a boil, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when that is done. Okay, my soup is starting to boil, or it is boiling, and I am going to put it down to a simmer and then see how long it takes for them to become tender. The lentils, it says 40 minutes. I've had it take longer. I've had it take less time. You're just going to have to play with it. So my soup is done. The lentils are tender. I went ahead and took a little bowl just to kind of sample it to make sure the flavor is great. You guys want to do that as you're cooking, especially if you're being a little bit experimental like I am, to make sure that it's not too salty or too bland. And the carrots, they turned out great. And I did let mine boil down a little bit, so it's less watery, so it is still technically a soup, but it's not going to be a bowl full of broth. So if you want more soup, or for it to be more liquidy, add more water and kind of play with the bouillon cubes, adding more or less water, bouillon, whatever it is. And I did not add barley, but what I think I am going to do is I'm going to make some white rice. So my husband and I will do like some white rice on the bottom and then scoop this on top. So there will be some liquid, but anyway, long story short, it turned out great, and this is going to feed both of us for a few meals, and then the rest will go in the freezer. Well, I just got my spoon. Let me show you guys. See? Looks great. And as you can see, I was surprised. There was a couple of big pieces of beef in there from that beef drippings, but I would definitely give this a try. Lentils are really versatile, but I hope that makes sense what I was saying, that like, as you can see, there is liquid in there, but it's not going to be super, super soupy. But, you know, it's going to be delicious. I did try it, and I cannot wait to have it for a meal.